In the barren tundra, harsh winds whipped across the desolate land, carrying snowflakes like whispered memories. A group of 10 soldiers trudged through this inhospitable terrain, their breaths forming icy clouds in the cold air. Among them was Damien, a 22-year-old soldier bundled up against the cold. An AK-47 clung to his side as he moved cautiously with the group, exploring the unfamiliar landscape. "Let's advance a little further, but be careful," the commanding voice of Sergeant Martinez broke the monotonous crunching of boots on snow. "We need to head back to the base soon." As they climbed a hill, Damien's thoughts drifted to his girlfriend, a young woman with chestnut hair and light eyes. He longed to be with her, to hold her close. They had been stationed here for a month, cut off from communication, and he missed the lush green fields of home. Suddenly, Sergeant Martinez halted, signaling everyone to crouch down. The ominous whistling of mortar fire pierced the air. The first explosion was devastating, claiming the lives of 2 fellow soldiers near Damien. Chaos ensued as more projectiles rained down, and the group responded with gunfire. "Smoke grenades," ordered Sergeant Martinez, using the cover to aid their withdrawal. "Run," he yelled to Damien, "I'll cover you." Damien turned to flee, hurtling down the hill with gunfire snapping at his heels. He couldn't see the others. He stopped running only when his legs threatened to give way, finding himself alone and lost. He heard indistinct voices and concealed himself behind rocks. Enemy soldiers, speaking a foreign language, were searching the area but passed him by. A light drizzle began to fall, and he huddled into a shallow trench for warmth. He pondered his predicament. How could he find his way back to base? Exhausted, sleep stole over him. Something warm and wet stirred him awake. A dog, a collie, wearing a Red Cross vest with a tag reading, Rocco, was licking his face. The dog's eager barks and gestures seemed to invite him to follow. "Where did you come from?" "I suppose you're lost too, from some other unit," Damien said, patting Rocco. The dog's presence bolstered his spirit, and he decided to follow. Rocco led them through the frigid landscape, splashing through streams and slogging over muddy ground. Damien paused to catch his breath, Rocco curling up beside him for warmth. After resting, Damien spotted the distant lights of his base and, rejuvenated, surged forward with Rocco at his side. "We made it, Rocco!" Damien exclaimed, caressing the dog's fur in gratitude. Exhausted, he collapsed as soldiers from the base rushed to aid him, bringing water and warm food. Once safe, Damien slept. Waking with a start, he searched frantically for Rocco. "Where's the dog that guided me here?" "Where's Rocco?" he asked urgently. An officer approached, gently guiding Damien to sit. "You arrived alone, soldier, exhausted and hungry. There was no dog with you." Damien insisted, recounting his harrowing experience and the stray collie that had saved him. "What's the dog's name?" the officer questioned. "Rocco, sir," Damien replied. The officer fetched a dossier, flipping through reports before revealing that dog belonged to the artillery squad, all of whom perished in a bombing. The officer showed him a photo of Rocco that he had in his folder, and Damien burst into tears. It was the same one who had been by his side and guided him. He looked up at the sky and said, "Thank you, subscribe and give me a like."